Good Friday morning. I'm Ron Moore, and this is your morning cup of motivation. Hey, out here by the lake, we're all going to be out here when it's a little warmer. It's looking good right now. I tell you, some fish keeps jumping up behind me here. It makes me want to get my pole out, get a hook in the water. But hey, a number of years ago, it was a summertime in Colorado, and when we used to live in Colorado, and we'd eat outside a lot because it was just so nice to be outside. So we'd had the picnic table there, and we were all eating there one day. Had a great day in hamburger history. Let me tell you, a great day in hamburger history. Fresh French fries, everything. My youngest daughter, Jessica, had a little friend over. And that little friend had gone inside for something. We were all still outside eating our hamburgers. She'd gone inside for something. And she came out, and we've joked about this for years. She came out and just in this demeanor says, "I hope you know that your house is on fire." And so, of course, we jumped up and kind of hopped up, I left the fire on under that vat of grease, But what if we just sat there and said, "Hey, don't bother us with that. I've got a great hamburger here. Got some great French fries. Don't bother us. We'll look at that when we get through with that." Well, nobody had done that. That'd been crazy, wouldn't it? And yet, that's exactly what our country, what we're doing in our country as the Church of God. We're setting and saying, "Oh yeah, we're just going to live life as normal while our country is crumbling, while our country's on fire, our country's burning," and we're saying, "Oh, we're going to play church, we got to go to this program and that program, and we're going to keep living our lives, making our money." And, hey, folks, there's nothing wrong with living lives and making money, okay? I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that we can't just go on business as usual when our house is on fire. I was reading this week about the churches in the book of the Revelation. And I'm telling you, those churches are sprinkled all over our country. They're all over our country. There's that church that he in essence said, "Hey, you think you're hot snot, but you're really cold boogers, You got this big name, but you ain't squash." And then there's that church that, like the great church of Ephesus. And I think we all can apply these to our lives. Some of us out there, we got this big name of being this super saint, and God says you ain't, And then we got those like the book of Ephesus or the church at Ephesus. Paul wrote some heavy stuff this was meat for men there, you might say, and meat for women. Okay, I got to say that this day and age. Don't get offended, girls. But, he wrote some heavy-duty stuff there. I'll be milking the book of Ephesians till the day I die. But he said, "Hey, you've lost your first love." Let me ask you, have you lost it in all this knowledge? Have you lost your first love? Are you on fire for Jesus like you once were? Hopefully you've matured. Hopefully I have. But man, I still want to be on fire for Jesus. And so all of this is going on. And then of course, there's the church of Thyatira. He says, "Man, you're not hot or cold." He said, "You make me want to vomit." Let me ask you, when God looks at your life with him, you think you might want to vomit? Man, I tell you, I don't want to be cold. I want to be hot. I want to be on fire for Jesus. And I'm telling you, you got to understand, that's the answer to this country's problems. Jesus is the answer. That song is still relevant. Jesus is the answer for the world today. And folks, he's the answer in your life. He's the answer in my life. All that we're facing, he is absolutely the answer. And if we're going to turn this country around, Jesus is the answer. And we've got to stop playing church and just be the church, If you've never given your life to Jesus, man, that's where it starts at square one there. That you know if you died today and you stood before God, he were to say, "Why should I let you into my heaven?" You could say, "Because of the blood of the cross is applied to my life." So, folks, today, while our country's falling, we can't just keep on business as usual. It's time that we get back. And I encourage you this weekend, read chapters 2 and 3 of the book of the Revelation. You don't have to understand it all, just because it says, "Blessed is he who reads it." But I'm telling you, it's going to speak to you about some areas of your life as it did my life. That church has just put up with sin, Folks, Our country's burning, and we can't go on as business as usual. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.